is immature and your income reflects it.
It's too expensive to wing it. Would you ever get on a plane with a pilot that announced to everybody, you know what, today guys, I'm just gonna wing it? So why in the world are you walking into presentations and you think you're gonna wing it? The money's not in the service, it's in the selling of the service. Very few people are actually trying. Some people know how to sell the service better than others. You have a puppy, I have a puppy, we should be friends, you should list with me. If an agent goes on 100 listing presentations, they only take 20 listings. That's pathetic. I'll go on 100 appointments, I'll take 85 listings. If you want to get paid like a professional, you need to practice like one. Whatever your income goal is for 2026, is that in alignment with your practice schedule? Because if it's not, you're delusional. Affirmation without discipline is the beginning of delusion. You think somebody sprinkled magical fairy dust on me? Skills, guys. But we let people live in a delusion. You know that, right? Like in the Bible, it says we would prefer to be lied to than to be told the truth. I believe that that's true. Why? Because that means I'm not as quick as I think I am, as smart as I think I am, as cool as I think I am. Yes? And we live an idea of relativism. Your truth is your truth, my truth is mine, we'll do what we want. Yeah? What's the essence of truth? In order for something to be true, something has to be false. Does that mean that we don't give good service? Is that what that means? No. The good service is expected, yes? If you guys go to Publix or you go to Sedano's, do you freak out when they have groceries? You're like, oh my God, they have groceries today. Is that what happens? So buyers and sellers expect you to know what you're doing. They expect you to be able to read purchase and sales agreements. They expect you to execute and negotiate in good faith on their behalf, yes? There's 7 different conversations that you need to master if you want to be a world-class listing agent. You need to master setting appointments. You need to master pre-qualifying those appointments, which you guys are learning is a thing. You need to learn how to present. You need to know how to handle objections and close. Because when everybody shows up, are they like, oh my God, I love your glasses, I'm going to pay you 6%. Is that what happens? No, they say, I've never heard of your company, your commission's too high, can I have a shorter listing agreement? Yes. Then you have to learn how to get price reductions, which is a new skill that you guys haven't had to use in an extended period of time. And then you got to learn how to present offers that come in less than the asking price. Oh, how dare they do that? And these are all skills. Skills pay the bills. Lo and behold, wouldn't you know, I went from making $13,000 my first calendar year to doing 17 transactions to doing 50, 75, 89, 100, did 100 deals for 10 years in a row, did 200 deals a year twice, 80% from listings sold. I never wanted to have to look at my significant other and say, hey babe, we can't send the kids to private school. Do you know why? Because they told me my commission was too high, I verbally vomited and walked out and they listed with somebody else. So now I'm no longer concerned, truthfully, for myself, for any of the agents that I have the good fortune of working with in my coaching company, or any of the growing agents now in our organization at EXP that's in 17 states and 3 countries with regards to what to say and how to say it, because I know, guys, the same way I know the sky is blue and the grass is green, that if you take this skill seriously in a capitalistic society and you learn how to sell, you will be one of the highest paid people in that society. Finish this statement. Tell me if you believe this. Salespeople do good and solve problems. You feel that in the room? Some of you guys are like, eh. How can you possibly be like a fantastic, amazing salesperson if you don't believe that? I spent the last 17 years of my selling career. I sold 2,000 homes, 80% listings sold. I started a coaching company 10 years ago, was named by Housing Wire, top 25 coaching companies. Agents that want to know what to say and how to say it. I've coached some of the top agents across the country and internationally. Abel, personally, for 6 months, and his team. And I used to own part of a Keller Williams office in Broward County. I sold it back 3 years and 10 months ago, and in that time frame, I've attracted 515 agents, 17 states, 3 countries to the elite builders at EXP. You guys can clap. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. Okay. So the amount of progress that a man or woman experiences is directly correlated to the amount of truth that you can withstand. So we're about to do an experiment in truth. Do we all use the same videographers and photographers? Yes or yes? Independent of what company you're with, do they syndicate to all the same websites? Yes or yes? 80% of the time, on average, is agents from the community the source that brings a buyer for your listing? Yes or yes? You ready for the truth? Being a dominant listing agent is about learning how to persuade and influence people to believe that you're better to put in MLS than somebody else. If you took a wonderfully priced listing, took no pictures, and disappeared off the planet and put in MLS, would it sell? Some of you want to shake your heads no. Let me tell you, yes. Independent of you. So the real skill is, if the money's not in the service, in the selling of the service, that's the truth. And if the money's not in the service, it's in the selling of the service, I should spend all of my time learning how to... Oh, notice the energy in the room. Learning how to... Oh, interesting. You mean I shouldn't be super focused on AI and how it's going to change my life? And I shouldn't be like #thriving on Instagram? You need skills, guys. This is a sales business. No different than selling books door to door, knives door to door, subscriptions over the phone. The average agent, let's do the math on that. 20 listings in today's marketplace, let's say 15 sell. It's pretty generous, but let's go with that math. It's $150,000 in income. I'll go on 100 appointments, I'll take 85 listings. 70 sell, that's $700,000 a year in income. Let's get into the actual listing presentation itself, okay? And there's components. There's 3, it's broken down into 3 sections. From the time you hit the door till the time you start to talk about price. Then there's the pricing portion of listing presentation. That's the second stage. And the third stage is handling objections and closing. Those are the three stages of a listing presentation. Just like a pilot or just like a physician has a checklist, this is our checklist for the presentation. I love to tell people, most people teach mindset because they can't teach tactics. Mindset's kind of important, right? But if I only gave you mindset and sent you into battle where we go from 6.5 million to 3.89 million transactions, and that's persisted for 3 years in a row, and the cost of money is double than it was before, and I say, you can do it, Poppy! That's a weight loss program. You'll starve to death. You'll be driving Uber next week. In order to achieve the Icon Award, you got to be doing 25, 30 deals or $500,000 in income. It requires discipline, hard work, consistency, sacrifice, yes? And in 2024, the people who received the Icon Award, 20% of them did not receive the Icon Award in 2025. Because the flat line goes backwards. You continue to keep doing the same thing as marketplaces change, you will go backwards. I thought that I was the man. God's gift to real estate, right? Interest rates started to go down. Demand flooded the marketplace. What do you think happened to my strategy of selling expired listings? It disappeared. Now, I'd love to be able to tell you that I responded to that very practically. That is not what I did. I threw an adult temper tantrum.